Coming up, a memorial service is planned for a VSU leader.
And an in-depth interview with members of VSU's winning softball team. Your News Valdosta starts now.
Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Cam Copeland.
And I'm Andrew Parker. A visitation will be held tonight from 5 until 7 at Carson McLean Funeral Home for VSU Vice President and Provost Phil Gunter, who passed away over the weekend. The funeral service for Gunter will take place at Christ Episcopal Church tomorrow morning at 11. A campus memorial for Vice President Gunter is currently being planned.
The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics states that 1 of every 10 working Georgians now makes minimum wage. That is triple the proportions when the recession ended 3 years ago. 9.6% of Georgia's workforce is making minimum wage, almost double of the national average of 5.2%. These statistics show that the slow economic recovery is not reaching the general working poor.
Nearly 68,000 Jeep Wranglers are to be recalled across the country. The cause of the recall has been due to fires. So far, there have not been any death or injuries. The problem is a skid plate that allows debris to collect and press against the catalytic converter. The recall only affects Wranglers built during the 2010 year that have automatic transmissions. Registered owners will receive information in the mail within the coming weeks on how to schedule a free repair with a nearby dealer.
In the early hours this morning, a new space age was started. The SpaceX rocket launched the capsule being called Dragon on a rendezvous with the space station. This is the first time that a private company has sent a vehicle to the space station. After discontinuing the shuttle fleet last summer, NASA decided to rely on the private sector to design and operate spacecraft. As of now, NASA astronauts are riding alongside the Russians in their rocket at $60 million per seat. SpaceX may start offering that service to astronauts within 3 years.
Thomas County deputies are on the lookout for the creators of an active meth lab brewing on the east side of Thomas County. A tip led the police to an operation of chemicals actively mixing as if they were making methamphetamine around 10 o'clock Monday morning. The cleanup took all day and police are not disclosing the exact location, but they do plan on following up with some leads.
Coming up, an assault case in Quitman.
And new statistics on diabetes in teenagers. Stay with us.
Valdosta State University, encouraging
in-depth inquiry,
hands-on experience,
service and involvement,
and a global view,
while offering
a beautiful residential campus,
over 100 fields of study,
graduate and online degrees,
and championship athletics.
All in a warm and friendly community.
Get connected and involved.
Do more, become more.
Valdosta State University.
"7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step."
Welcome back to News Valdosta. The risk of type 2 diabetes is on the rise among young adults and teens.
We have the latest statistics with this health update. Between 1999 and 2008, the odds of teenagers getting diabetes increased by almost 15%. Nearly half of those studied who were overweight showed at least one risk factor for cardiovascular disease. Researchers surveyed over 3,300 teens who underwent health exams. The study can be found in the latest volume of the Study of Pediatrics.
A Quitman man faces felony charges after allegedly kidnapping and sexually assaulting a teenage boy. Police say that 31-year-old Bernard Gossier faces multiple charges after he allegedly assaulted the boy in his home last weekend. Quitman police say Gossier asked the 14-year-old teen to help him move some furniture in his home, then subdued him in a bedroom. Subsequently, the team immediately ran home and notified his mother.
California officials are still puzzled over something unusual they found floating off the coast this weekend. 160 bales of marijuana were sighted floating near the coast of California on Sunday. The total weight was over 7,000 pounds. Usually, large amounts of illegal substances found in the ocean have been dumped when a carrier is suspected and is being pursued. However, no vessel or suspects have been identified related to this event.
This weekend, the intersection of North Valdosta Road and Veterans Memorial Parkway will be renamed. The intersection has been chosen by the DOT to be named in honor of Petty Officer First Class Joseph Adam Sween. McSween was killed in an action in 2007 after a rocket destroyed his Humvee. The dedication ceremony will be held at 2 p.m. on Saturday at Georgia Christian School Gymnasium.
Taking a look at your local weather. Today, expect a high of 88 degrees, humidity at 56%, and a 30% chance of rain in the afternoon. For the evening, there will be a low of 65 and a 40% chance of rain, but the humidity will be near 80%. Later on this week, expect the high temperatures to be in the 90s.
The Blazers softball team is still riding high after winning its first national championship this weekend.
News Valdosta's Stephen Metzger produced an in-depth interview with the winning coach and 3 of the players. We'll have that when we come back. Stay with us.
That's slow. That's slow and below the top. Seriously.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Hello and welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Ed Hooper, and I'm joined today by members of the 2012 Division II Softball National Championship team, along with head coach Thomas Macera, and some pretty nice hardware as well. Coach and members of the team, thanks for joining us. We're joined by second baseman April Hutchins, right fielder Claire Wamsley, and shortstop Marty Littlefield. First of all, congratulations to every one of you.
Thank you.
I want to start here with Coach Thomas Macera. Coach, your 7th season with the team, and you won a national championship, and it comes at your alma mater. Talk about the feeling it had to have been to win the national championship.
It was a great ride. Again, to win a national championship at my alma mater. I've been at Valdosta State for 20-some years, and to be able to coach this team and coach these girls and win at this university meant a lot.
When you sit here and look at all this hardware here, we got a conference championship, 4 straight, a region championship, and then, of course, the national championship. What kind of emotions go through you when you can look at that and look back at all the hard work your team put in?
Oh, it's just, the price that you're paying all year is, you finally get something out of it. That's, the accomplishment that you're trying to get to is, finally realize, you're working hard to do this, and it's very, very seldomly done. It's very hard to win a national championship, let alone 4 conference championships in a row to go with it. So just all the hard work that we've had to put into it, and these girls have had to work hard at the early morning workouts, the running, the swimming, the practices that are so brutal. And softball practice isn't like playing hopscotch. I mean, they're tough. I mean, these girls get off the field every day sweaty and bloody, and they paid the price, and that's what they get.
They faced a lot of adversity in the national tournament, having to come out of the losers bracket, losing to UC San Diego in the first game 7-5. But something you mentioned to your team immediately after, and you said in your press conference, was just because you're in the losers bracket doesn't mean you're out of this tournament. And you guys were proved that fact right, getting 5 wins to the national championship. What does that say about your team that you guys faced a lot of adversity and still won this national championship?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a double elimination tournament, and I just told them, just because you're in the losers bracket doesn't mean you're out. I mean, you're still here. So what you do with the time that you have remaining is up to you. And we always say, there's 7 innings in a ball game. It takes 7 innings to win a game, and that first game we only played 5. We didn't play the first 2 innings. So after that, we just we made a decision. We're going to play these games out, and a couple of them games, again, we went down in the first inning, but again, as soon as the first thing I said after the first inning when I got in the huddle was it takes 7 innings to win a game, and these ladies fought for 7 innings, and every single out of every single inning, they got as much as they could out of it, and just that adversity to be in the loser's bracket on the first day, is a tough road to haul. But I mean, I knew this team had enough, wherewithal to them, and were tough enough, and were in shape, and were ready to play, that they could get through it.
April Hutchins and Claire Walmsley and Marty Little for the players. All of you guys are seniors. Let's start with you, April. To win a national championship on the final collegiate game you'll ever play, it was your 205th career win. What does that mean when you hear someone make that statement?
I couldn't even explain it to you. It's probably the best feeling ever. I mean, your senior year is going to come to an end, but to go to an end with a national championship, I mean, how many people can say that they've done that?
Claire, same kind of question to you, though. You missed the year, though, because you had a torn ACL. You got 3 years to play college softball, but the same thing, though. You went out a national champion. Is it even maybe sweeter because you only got 3 years on the field?
It definitely is. I mean, it's been such a ride since I've been here, ups and downs, me tearing my ACL, obviously a down, but, to end on this, going out this way is absolutely just phenomenal. We knew Hutch and I roomed together all week, and we talked about this last time we're going to put on our jersey. Let's make it worth it. Let's play our hearts out and play for VSU and do it big.
Marty Littlefield had probably one of the best freshman seasons in NCAA history, 25 homers, 100-plus RBIs, and you finished your career the all-time leader in runs batted in the Gulf South Conference. But more importantly for you, you won a national championship. The team accomplishments have to outweigh the personal ones, I can imagine.
Oh, absolutely. This is a team sport, and it does take all 10 girls, pitcher, catcher, 9 batters, and it takes coach as well, and the fans are a great support. But like you said, to win the last game, is absolutely amazing.
Talk about the fans. Any one of you three can answer this. You had over 250 in Louisville, the most of any team there. What does it mean to have fans like that are willing to drive 10 hours to watch you play for a national title?
I mean, our fans are the best. I've mentioned before, I have sisters that play, and I've never seen a crowd like ours, ever. And they were both D1. Our crowd is just phenomenal, and they really care, and they know us personally. Each one of them knows our names, and that means a lot to us.
Coach Thomas Massera, in the Super Regional, 859 was the fan base there, and you guys played some exciting softball there, winning in 16 innings. Your team faced adversity in the national tournament, but faced it also in the regionals and the Super Regionals as well. The road to the national championship, just to get to the tournament, was extremely difficult for your team.
Yeah, the biggest thing that we talked about, I told the girls, in my opinion, was it's harder to get out of our region than it is to win the national championship. Our region is unbelievable. The pitching that Rollins has, the hitting that Huntsville has, the pitching that Florida Southern had I think was significantly more tougher than what we faced at the national tournament. And not downplaying the teams at the national tournament, but our region is so tough, and there's so many good teams down here that it almost wears you out just getting out of our region. But I really feel like all that play that we did here in the regionals and the super regionals put us in a position mentally, that it didn't matter what the adversity was. We already played teams that were just so tough that it didn't matter.
The team started the season at 0-1. You guys lost to Barry 1-0 the first game, and everybody kind of was like, what happened? And you guys bounced back with a win. But at one point of the year, it was 36 straight games without a loss, the winning streak, the longest in the conference by 9 games. Claire, to be part of something like that, the longest winning streak in conference history, what was that like?
It's amazing. When we come here, you want to leave a legacy. You want to go out and leave your name for everybody who's coming up. You want to be remembered as a fantastic team, and 36 game winning streak is a way to be remembered. That's going to probably be in the record books for a long time. West Florida before that, I think 27, and we beat it by 9. So to have that under our belts, it's something that's going to stay around a long time.
Marty, what's the one thing you're going to miss about playing softball at Valdosta State? 4 years is you spent a lot of your life here.
I'm going to miss a lot, but I think what I'm going to miss the most is just the time that we all spend together. We all have we all have fun. We do have our serious moments, but just the emotions and the closeness that our team had, and you know, just coming together. I think that's what I'm going to miss the most is my friends.
Coach, you have these three, but you also have 5 other seniors on the team. That's a lot of people losing. How do you replace a class like the 2012 National Champion seniors?
You don't. You can't. This was a magical season for us. To think I could replace all those girls, there's no way. You just got to keep recruiting and try to find, you know, other players that can come in here and, you know, build a team. This team chemistry, the team chemistry on this team is what won a lot for this team. You know, when they come to practice, these girls knew we had an objective. They always would meet that objective. They work hard. Just the personalities on this team, the personalities of all these young ladies, the way everybody meshed together, you can't duplicate that. That's impossible. People say, well, you know, we got so-and-so to fill somebody's shoes. You know, you can't. I can't find another Hutch. I mean, Hutch, I told her when she was a freshman, she's the best second baseman in the country, bar none, and I would still take her over any second baseman in the country. You know, you got Wamsley making plays that she's 4'11" and she's, you know, 3 feet over the fence catching the ball. I don't know how she got that high. You know, give you everything she's got. She crashed into the fence at, you know, at Nationals, you know. And then Marty, you know, she can hit, she can play defense, she can throw. You know, their team leadership. I mean, these are 3 team captains here. You know, plus the other 5 girls that are leaving. I'm not looking to replace them. I'm just hoping I can build another good team because, you know, I've said I've won 2 other national championships, and this is clearly the best team I've ever coached.
It should be noted that Valdosta in the national tournament had 1 game where they turned 3 double plays to build on a defense. We're out of time. Thank you to all of you for coming, and congratulations on your 2012 Division II National Championship, the first ever women's team in school history to hoist the National Championship trophy. Coach Macera, I know he'll take about 3 days off and get back and ready to go for 2013. Guys, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
And congratulations. Thanks for watching
Thank
VSU TV's News Valdosta. Back with more.
Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. Yeah. Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap the snacks Sunday. All the healthy children eat well and move a lot. And move a lot. And move a lot. Eat well and move a lot. 60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Skip a rope Saturday, freeze tag Friday, tap dance Thursday. Whole grains Wednesday, try a veggie Tuesday. Let's move Monday, split the sweet Sunday. Eat well and move a lot. Today is Saturday. Yeah. Today is Saturday. All the healthy children, all the healthy children. Get ideas. Get involved. Get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. I'm Andrew Parker.
And I'm Cam Copeland. With the real estate market slowly coming back up, New York's Greenwich Village has decided to sell a parking spot for more than $1 million. The space is located in an old parking garage turned condominium complex. The parking spot will only be available to the purchaser of the penthouse that is expected to go for $39 million. With the basic 6% commission rate, the real estate agent who sells this spot will be making $60,000. That's $10,000 more than the average household income in the United States.
Florida hosted the Special Olympics in Orlando this weekend. News Valdosta's Loring Billings has more on that story.
This year's Special Olympics Summer Games was hosted in Orlando, Florida at ESPN's Wide World of Sports this past weekend. Athletes participated in a wide range of sports.
We have been involved here in Florida for 40 years. We're celebrating our 40th anniversary this year, and the first county that had a program started in Okaloosa County.
So tell me, what activities did you participate in today?
Soccer ball.
Okay. And how long have you been playing soccer?
A lot.
A lot? And do you have any more activities to do today, or is soccer your only one?
There's soccer.
Volunteers came from all over the states to help with this event. From just handing out water to cheering on the athletes and keeping scores, it's a very rewarding experience.
Who is participating out of your family?
My daughter, Lily Beth. She's 12 years old. This is her twin brother, Lake Alderman. And Lily Beth is participating in the softball throw and the 50-meter walk.
these events are just amazing. The inspiration that these athletes have, they're always happy to see you, and they're always in the greatest of spirits, and they're grateful for help.
With over 1,600 participants, this promises to be an exciting event. This is the ultimate location for the ultimate experience. With News Valdosta, I'm Lauren Billings.
46-year-old Adriana Allen turned in $1,800 that she found sticking out of a Chase ATM in Boynton Beach, Florida, yesterday afternoon during her routine stop. She attempted to push the money back inside the slot, but when that did not work, she called the police. The money was submitted into evidence and will be remaining with the police until the owner is found.
Later today, the Valdosta Lounge Chamber of Commerce will hold its first Cash Mob event in downtown Valdosta to celebrate National Small Business Week. Those interested will meet at 5:30 in the Courthouse Square, where a downtown chamber member will be drawn at random. The mob will then converge on that business and spend at least $20 each on their products. The event is intended to help promote a local business and stimulate growth in the economy.
Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Cam Copeland.
And I'm Andrew Parker. Have a good day.
We'll see you next time.